Here's Cal Worthington and his dog Spot.
What's up, YouTube? Welcome to another episode of KM Videos, True Stories.
And the money, ain't no hoeing me, boy, I give them 100. Since it's a drought on real niggas, how the fuck could you hate? Could he not sit and walk around wild down there? And the money, ain't no hoeing me, boy, I give them 100. Uncut G, I ain't no rapper. If you want a verse, nigga, come to my hood so I can stop. And the money.
That was it. I never stopped banging. I started banging hard, then I got so hard till it was a shame.
Welcome to another episode of KM Videos, True Stories. Today's story takes place in Los Angeles at World on Wheels skating rink on Venice Boulevard between Crenshaw and La Brea. And this is about 1989, maybe 1990, somewhere around there. The way the story goes is Roscoe's version is different from Loco Bam's version, but they also had a female from Pacoima with them that night. So the story involves second-hand information. As the story goes, the schoolyards had got into it with some 20s. The homies start piling up, the 60s start coming in, and whether it was the schoolyards or the 20s, somebody comes and they get the busting. They busting with all kind of shit. So I'm going to try to show you. I'm going to try to point it out to you. This 88 Ford Aerostar, which was in my name, I bought from my mother. I mean, it was her money, but it was my credit. I got this car from my mother. I took mine to Cal Worthington, Long Beach Freeway, Firestone exit, Southgate.
If you're looking for a better set of wheels, I will stand upon my head to beat all deals. I will stand upon my head till my ears are turning red. Go see Cal, go see Cal, go see Cal.
Like I said, it was in my name, and they take this car to the skate ring, and this sliding door right here, this door slides back. Rosco said they got the busing. Rosco dives in the van. My brother and the girl dives in the van, and they covering the girl up, and these dudes is getting off. And boom, one of them shuts the sliding door, and they keep getting off. Now they waiting for the gunfire to stop, but the gunfire just keeps on. And the gunfire sounds like they're getting closer and closer to them. When you look inside this van, there was bullet holes all in the seat, in the middle seat, and in the wall of the van. So you know it was close. It was a really close call on on all three of them lives. But I was talking to my brother about this recently, and my brother said, man, Rosco wasn't there. Rosco wasn't even there. So I don't know. But I remember when the incident happened, Rosco was there. Whether Rosco jumped in the van or not, I don't know. I wasn't there. Secondhand info, two different stories. So none of them got shot. Miraculously, my brother, the female, and Rosco escaped being shot. But I know Rosco and my brother, they gonna always be close by. So unless Rosco hid behind another car or was inside the skating ring, I believe Rosco was there. Not to say my brother is lying. My brother I think the story changed a little bit over the years. So I can't call Rosco and confirm it, but what I can confirm to you guys is this. Now, I heard my brother say, there's 30-something bullet holes in that car. I heard Rosco say, man, there was about 20 bullet holes in that car. It was 30-something bullet holes. Now, I'm going to show you. You got a bullet hole up here, here. You got, looks like several bullet holes that shot out this window. Bullet holes here. This window shot out. This tire looked like he had multiple gunshots in the tire. The tire's flat. You got bullet holes in the door, which they shut and survived. You got all kind of bullet holes. And this bullet hole right here is huge. This is a huge bullet hole. Bullet hole right here by the doorknob. And there's some across the bottom. So if I remember correctly, it was 32 bullet holes in that car. And I don't even remember if that's counting the inside or not. So one day, I don't know, my brother's in jail. I don't know where my brother at. But one day my father comes by and he said, hey man, he said, let's take this car to Nick's body shop. All right, cool. Because it's mom's car. It's mom's main car. Mom's ain't got a car. So she's not really upset because her boy is still living. And Rosco is still living. So she ain't tripped. She didn't give a damn about the girl. She's called the girl all kind of hood rats and called her busters and all kind of stuff. So, deservedly so. But kind of not, though. But deservedly so. So, I jump in the van, and my father is following me to Nick's body shop. So, we going down 54th, headed to the east side, 41st and Avalon. So, I'm going east on 54th Street. Remember, I live in the county of Los Angeles. Once I crossed West Boulevard, there was a LAPD car coming. I'm not tripping. I'm sure Pops ain't tripping. I continue to drive, and as soon as I cross Crenshaw, I get to the light at Crenshaw, and as soon as I cross Crenshaw, man, it's a helicopter, dog, coming. I guess the helicopter was already in the area. And it's like 12 police cars, 12 LAPD police cars. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, somebody going to jail. Somebody is in trouble. Man, when I crossed that light and they hit them sirens on me and the helicopter started talking about pull over, put your hands out the window. I'm like, holy shit. Pops pull over behind me. Pops jump out. They telling him, get in the car, get in the car. He like, no, let me explain. So Pops tells him the car had been shot up and we taking it to the shop. So they come talk to me. They're like, what's going on? I'm like, you tell me what's going on. They're like, all these bullet holes. Man, these bullet holes happened a long time ago. Man, I'm going to the shop. So they're like, all right. So they just backed all the way off. They didn't do no deep investigation or none of that. They just checked the whole car out and everything, checked my license out, and boom. We continued to Nick's. Couple police cars followed us. I don't know if it was to make sure we were safe or to make sure we were really going to the body shop. So boom, we caravan to the body shop. And we get the car fixed. During this time, the 60s and schoolyards was going at it every Sunday. The beef began after a shootout between the two gangs on July 29th, 1983 at Road on Wheels skating rink. Homies used to like to go to Road on Wheels basically just to fight. So the homies was going up there to fight. That's basically it. You might bust a girl. You might get your gamble on. You might get your skate on. But whether you do any of those, it's a good chance you're going to get a good squabble in during those times. So the homies used to love to go up there, caravan up there. So it got to the point where you didn't have to meet up to go to Road on Wheels. You just pile up in there whenever you pile up in there. Usually the only people that was going to have a problem was the first ones to get there, or in leaving, the homies would always be the aggressors and take off on whoever was up there. I'm not saying just schoolyards, but whoever else might be up there, homies would always jump out on them. You know, you step on my foot, you diss the hood, or you roll with such and such. So it was always incidents like that. Plus, mistakenly, people would always assume whoever was up there was from schoolyard, but they may not be from schoolyard. They may get along with schoolyard or A-Tray gangster, but wasn't necessarily from yard. Allied sets would go up there. The 30s, the Harlem Crips would go up there. They got along with both. You might see some Venice show lines. Whoever, East Coast, Raymond Avenues, the Hundreds, the 90s. You know, people would go up there that got along with 60s or schoolyard. Maybe got along with both, but yeah, them was the days of the fisticuffs, squabbling, group squabbles. Every now and then, somebody would take pop shots at the homies. The 60s would get shot at. So this was a beef that went on and on during those days. You know, I talk about it all the time. We used to go citywide and have these type of rumbles with dudes from different sets. All the time. That was just normal LA back then. I remember Bro and Rosco and his girl Jennifer had came to the house that night. Seemed like they were still like, there was still some fright, man. Seemed like they were still breathing hard. And you could see their eyes wasn't the same. Like a little bit of their machoism was taken up out of them. Like as hardcore as they was, all the prison times they done, like this was something different. And I could see it written all over their face. So I get up, I'm like, damn. I'm like, for real? I'm looking all through the van and shit. I'm figuring the police probably gonna get my license plate and come looking for me. You know, I'm always the one that's thinking the police gonna come, the police gonna come. The negativity because of all the times that we didn't do nothing and the police came. So I'm sitting here like, man, they gonna get my name off of the van and all that shit. Then I'm thinking, man, Moms has to drive this van. And these dudes might see Moms in the van or something, man, put Moms in harm's way. And I mentioned on my live not too long ago, all we ever really did for Moms was give her heartaches and pains, man. And this is one of those instances where she wasn't upset, but I feel bad for her, man. She had to endure the repercussions of our bullshit out in the streets. And I want to say again, man, this is typical LA shit. It wasn't just me and my brothers. It wasn't just my niece and nephews. Shit went on all over LA, man. Some moms lost their kids. Some moms had 1 or 2 kids get life sentences for murder. So this is what I mean. And Ice Cube talks about how to survive in South Central. Well, busting the cap is fundamental. This is really LA, man, in them late 80s, early 90s, dog. If you didn't live in South LA during these times, then you would never understand it. But if I may take a line from OG Mumpy, if you don't believe me, then go ask your big homeboys. LA was off the hook. This is the era that we was brought up in, and that's why these guys from my era, prior to my era and slightly after my era, always have derogatory things to say about dudes that came later. Or dudes that try to compare their gangbanging in their city to our city. This was like some normal shit, nigga. This is Sunday. This is Sunday in Los Angeles. Mid-City, South Central, South Los Angeles, the West Side, West LA. I mean, it really popped like that. We're not even talking about Compton and Watts and Inglewood, Gardena, and so forth. The East Side. But that's going to do it for this episode. I want to say today's lesson is, man, you always got to be careful. You always got to be aware of your surroundings. Because as I like to say, it can go down at any given time. And anybody can get got. I want to thank y'all for watching. Be sure to click that like button. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe. I'm out of here, y'all. Salute.